Welcome back to our conversation with Attorney General Maura Healey. When we broke, you were talking about the personal protective equipment, the PPEs, that the frontline medical and healthcare professionals so desperately need and have been complaining bitterly about their inability to get it. And you said that you kind of, I don't know, you didn't say you've given up on the feds, but that Massachusetts is moving ahead. What are you doing?
Well, I think that we have to take what we can get from the feds, but we can't wait for them. And so there's been a big effort with the Hospital Association, Mass Bio, Mass Medic, to bring together companies who can either produce this stuff or may have this stuff available so that we can get it out. MEMA's doing a great job actually getting stuff out to police and fire departments. We are going to have an ongoing need, John. And we have to think about this equitably, too, because it's not just our Boston hospitals who are certainly having to do yeoman's work right now. It's our community hospitals. It's hospitals in regions across the state, from Berkshire County to Barnstable County. And so there's going to be an ongoing need, and we just as an office are supporting all efforts to have production here in Massachusetts happen. Efforts to donate. You know, in the last week you've seen dentist offices, veterinarians, some of our colleges and universities that are shut down right now but have labs give that supply over. It's so important.
We're talking with Attorney General Maura Healey. We're still early on in this nightmare, but would you say that you're impressed with the, for lack of a better word, altruism or performance of private sector employers and vendors? Unimpressed, or somewhere in the middle?
You know, I think that I have been, on the whole, very impressed with our companies who've stepped forward. I mentioned the biotech industry, the life sciences industry, manufacturing. You know, and talking to these guys, they have been right there ready to roll with new ways of getting supply out. I think about the fact that there are people working at home right now to make masks and, you know, make that available. I've been so touched watching people, even employees in my office, figure out ways to educate their kids during the day and share some responsibilities online. People all around the state are stepping forward, especially our healthcare workers who are doing it, risking their lives. I mean, the number of healthcare providers infected and who will be infected, that is really moving. So I've seen wonderful and beautiful spirit from the people here in this state.
That's tremendous, and I don't want to downplay that, but there have been some negative stories. Harvard took some heat for saying it wasn't going to pay its freelance employees. The Bruins also took some heat. What about them? Yeah,
well, I haven't been afraid to speak out. I spoke out about the Jacobs not doing what every NHL team had done. They've now come forward with a little. It's not enough. I spoke out about Whole Foods and Amazon. I'm concerned about the safety of our workers in those facilities. The Amazon distribution facilities, John, we've got a lot of product going through there. Those workers need to have protective gear on. They need to have masks. They need to have gloves, especially. Same in the Whole Foods stores. So, you know, I tweeted about that, got a call immediately from Whole Foods and Amazon, and we hope to make that right. So I will continue to call out problems. I continue to encourage the public to report problems to our office so we can take action. But we're going to be in this for a while, John, and my office is open and wants to help people.
Shame can be a powerful tool, can't it?
Sometimes it's all you've got. And, you know, my job is certainly to enforce the law, but more than that, it's to be a problem solver. And that's what everybody in my office is on board with, whether it's to support students with debt right now that they need to have pushed off, workers, consumers, healthcare providers. Let us help you.
Last couple things. You made your low opinion of the president's performance clear. How about Governor Baker and his administration? How would you rate their performance?
Well, the governor and his team are working extremely hard. This has been an unprecedented challenge for everyone in state government, local government. And I'll tell you this, the governor and I talk regularly. We're going to continue to work together. Our teams will work together. And so I want the public to have confidence in that, and that all of us in government are going to continue to work together, including with the feds. You know, we'll continue to push the feds and try to work with them to get things done. But right now, it's day by day. really, literally, day by day in terms of getting in place what we need to for what we know will be an ongoing issue for some time to come.
If our viewers want to get in touch with you, with your office, for information, to complain about something, how do they do it?
Please do. You can call us at 617-727-8400. I also have a fair labor hotline that you can contact, 617-727-3565. So you can call us. You can email us, Facebook, Twitter, all those ways. I've got people who are there ready to answer phones, respond to emails, and take action. I'm guided by what the public needs, and if you see something wrong, point it out and we can get on it.